Assalamu alaikum friends. Today we are taking an important topic from the English grammar, that is articles. In this short video we will learn about different types of articles and their usage with some particular rules. I hope that you will enjoy the video and you will try to know more about this if required. So let's start. So in the introduction of the articles, we know that there are three articles in English. They are a, an, and they. The learner has to decide noun by noun which one of the articles to use. So you need to decide by yourself that what to use and when to use. So the word a, which becomes and, when the next word begins with the vowel, we know A, E, I, O, U is called the indefinite article because the noun it goes with is indefinite or general. The meaning of the article a is similar to the number one, but one is stronger and gives more emphasis. It is possible to say that I have a book or I have one book. But the second sentence emphasizes that I do not have two or three or some other number of books. So we say I have a book. The word de is known as the definite article and indicates a specific thing. The difference between the sentence I sat on a chair and I sat on the chair is that the second sentence refers to a particular or a specific chair, not just any chair. So many nouns, especially singular forms of countable nouns, must have an article. In English, it is not possible to say that I sat on a chair without an article, but a demonstrative or possessive adjective can be used instead of an article, as in the sentences I sat on that chair and I sat on his chair. So we know now the types of articles. Now we have seen indefinite articles, a or an are indefinite articles and are used when to say about not a definite person, place or thing. For example, we see I saw a girl, any girl, which is not definite. Or we see he gave me an orange. Now the definite article that is there is called a definite article and is used when to say about a definite person, place or thing. So now we will go to the usage. First we will see the usage of definite articles. They is used before the following common nouns, as we see the sun, the moon, the planet, the sky, the earth. We use they before these common nouns. It is also used before a particular person or thing already referred to. For example, we see the boy whom I met yesterday. We see that we have used they. Now in the next sentence, the book that I gave you. Here it refers to a particular book. That is why we have used they. It is also used before some books, or we mean to say some holy books, as we see the Ramayana, the Quran, the Bible. They is used before name of rivers, mountains, seas, oceans, islands, etc. For example, we have seen the Gangas, or we see the Nile, or we can take so many examples. They is used before a singular noun that represents the whole class. You need to emphasize on this. I will repeat it. It is used before a singular noun that represents the whole class. For example, it will be clear by this example. The cow is a domestic animal. We see in this the cow is a domestic animal. So Here, the rose smells sweet. The parrot is a beautiful bird. So here, cow, rose, and parrot, they represent a whole class. Also, we see that the is used before superlatives. As we see here, it is highest. So we are using the highest mountain in the world. Or we see here best. The best picture I have ever seen. It is not used before proper nouns. For example, we see here Mumbai is a major port in India. Or we see Pacific is the deepest ocean. Now, moving forward, when we talk about uncountable nouns, we cannot say a or an with the uncountable noun. You cannot put a number in front of an uncountable noun. You cannot make an uncountable noun, I mean to say plural. So we can't make an uncountable noun plural. You can use an uncountable noun with no article if you mean that thing in general, and you use it with an uncountable noun when you are talking about a particular example at that thing. Now, countable, countable nouns. Now, see, you can put a number in front of a countable noun. You can make a countable noun plural as we know it. You can put both a, an, and the in front of a countable noun. You can put an article in front of a singular countable noun, and you can use a plural countable noun with no articles if you mean all or any of that thing. And also you need to remember, you usually use a, an with a countable noun the first time you say or write that noun. So when you are discussing any noun for the first time that is countable, you use a or an. You use the with countable nouns the second and subsequent times you use the noun in a piece of speech or writing. And the listener knows that you are referring to maybe there is only one of that thing. You use a, an, not a, when the next word, that is adverb, adjective, noun, starts with a vowel sound. So, but the above rules, they apply whether there is or there is not an adjective in front of the noun. Some nouns can be either countable or uncountable depending upon the context of the meaning. This is a beautiful example that it will depend upon the context of the sentence. As we see, do you have paper? I want to draw a picture. Here, a sheet of paper, it is used as uncountable. But in the next sentence, can you get me a paper when you are at the shop? So here, a newspaper, it's countable. In the next, uncountable nouns are often preceded by phrases, as you know, a lot of, a piece of, a bottle of, a grain of. Like we can say, a lot of luck, a piece of cake, a bottle of milk, a grain of rice. Instead of an article, the noun can also be preceded by a determiner, such as this, that, some, many, or my, his, our, etc. So I have made a table for you with rules and examples. It will make things more clear. In the first rule we will see here, you use an uncount noun with no articles if you mean all or any of the thing, that thing. Example is, I need help, I don't eat cheese, do you like music? But in the next, you use they with an uncountable noun when you are talking about a particular example at that thing. For example, thanks for the help you gave me yesterday. Next is, I don't eat the cheese. I didn't eat the cheese, it was green. Next is, do you like music? Do you like the music they played at the dance? In the next, you usually use a and with countable nouns the first time you say or write that noun. For example, can I borrow a pencil, please? There is a cat in the garden. Or do you have an MP3 player? We'll move on quickly. We see here, you usually use a and with the count noun the first time you say. Now, you use with countable noun the second time and subsequent times you use at the noun or when the listener already knows that you are referring to. Maybe because there is, as I have already told you, where is the pencil I lent you yesterday? I think the cat belongs to the new neighbors. I dropped the MP3 player and it broke. Please shut the door. So here we see, you use a plural count noun with no articles if you mean all or any of that thing. For example, we see, I don't like dogs means all. Do they have children means all. I don't need questions, give me answers. So this was something about nouns, these articles. In this video we tried to learn about articles, different types of articles and their usage. Hope this video will help you in learning in about articles. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.